Hello everyone, welcome. My name is vAaron and today we're here to talk about the stream. I'm not really going to give you much information because there wasn't really that much information in the stream. I will go over some things, but other than that, there was just a whole lot of talking about absolute nonsense, to be honest. So what we did learn is they are changing a couple of classes. The ones mentioned were the wizard, the bard, and the pally. Apparently people are complaining that the wizard is below par DPS wise, and so is the bard, especially on the DPS path. So what are they planning on doing? Well, Robert, who by the way loves the sound of his own voice and we're just talking about nonsense the entire time, but he was talking about the bard for about half an hour, and all he was saying over and over again is, we're going to be increasing the magnitudes. And that's what he kept repeating. We're going to increase the magnitudes. Now, for the wizard, what they were saying is they will reduce the cooldowns. But they're only doing one character per mod. That doesn't sound like much content to me. Think about it. So, all they're doing, this came from the horse's mouth, all they're doing on the bard is increasing the magnitudes. That's all I heard. The rest of it was just absolute gibberish for half an hour straight. It even looked like Julia was getting quite annoyed with how much he was talking, but giving no information whatsoever. As I said, I watched the stream, I didn't get any information. There was a lot of people that were complaining that this stream's useless, it's not worth the time, there's no information, they're not giving us any information. And then they were talking about the wizard and reducing the cooldowns. And then they were talking about the band of air, and people, from the dev's mouth, people are crying because the DPS difference between someone who hasn't got the band of air and someone who has got the band of air is substantially different. It's just substantially higher for those who have the band of air. But I did feel this when I didn't have the band of air. I did feel that I was getting beat more often than not. But that's fine. I mean, the band of air is the hardest thing to get in the game. So why shouldn't it be the best item in the game? Why are people getting upset that they can't get the band of air? I understand that maybe you can't get the group, maybe you're not the right item level, but that should motivate you in order to get a good group, to find a guild that will help you, or to increase your character's item level in order to get that band of air. The thing is, people seem to want everything gifted to them. I had to grind for 10 days. Sure, 10 days isn't that much. People have been grinding for months. And there is other people wanting this band of air to be nerfed. Is it broken? Yes. Does it need nerf? Yes. However, you could say the same about anything in the game that's substantially strong. You could say the same about the Paranoid Delusion, for example. It's the best single target for the rogue, companion-wise. So you could say the same about anything in the game, to be honest. I just think the band of air is a hot topic because people are struggling with the farm, the RNG of it all. It's just a bit too much. So with them talking about balancing, they say balancing is actually really important to them. I call bullshit on that. You cannot say balancing is important to you and then leave it. How long's it been since the ribcage got nerfed? They said the ribcage has been broken ever since it came out because it's given 12.5% crit strike and crit severity. They're saying it's been broken, they've wanted to nerf it, but balancing is so important they haven't nerfed it. They did this on purpose. This wasn't an accident. They say balancing is important to them, but it's not. It's all about player retention. Everyone was farming the ribcage, everyone was making money, everyone was making cold wards. It kept people on the game, it kept Cryptic's numbers up so they could show the investors or whatever. They implement broken things on purpose, and that is to get us, the players, farming them items, which keeps their numbers up on their analytics. And that is basically how they work. If you play the game more, then you're more likely to put money into it. And that's what they care about. It's all about the money. Now, people said in the chat over and over again, this wasn't even spoken about. However, people were asking about the scroll of life bug that happens when a tank holds the shield up and then they go down for whatever reason. They've taken a big hit and they weren't able to, you know, stay alive. So the shield's up, they've gone down, and they cannot res. This was mentioned so many times in the chat, and it was never once spoken about. I understand that it's about class changes. Why isn't that bug in particular, because it has to do with a class who holds a shield up, why isn't that bug in particular spoken about? Why aren't any bugs spoken about? It makes no sense in my eyes. They were also saying that any feedback that we give them is very much appreciated. Of course it's appreciated. We, I don't mean me, I mean the PC players, they will always give feedback, and it will always be appreciated for one reason. It means the cryptic don't have to pay for testers. The PC get the mod release tool on preview, they do all the testing, they find out what's wrong, they find out all the bugs, they fix the bugs, they introduce more bugs, and that's basically how Neverwinter goes. I feel like as I was watching that stream, I even popped into Northside's stream. He did this stream over the stream, and yeah, I was just voicing my concerns over there, and there was a lot of people who were not happy with that stream. That was a waste of an hour. We got barely any information. We got the Bandever is gonna be fixed, I guess, in some way. Obviously, it's gonna make it so the procs from the gear do not proc the Bandever, and that is what they're talking about. I'm guessing that's how it's going to be fixed. However, Julia didn't seem too happy that people were crying about the Bandever, but people have put in a lot of time, not me, but people have put in weeks, months of farming in order to get this Bandever, so Julia doesn't think it's right for those who haven't got it to be on the same level, if that makes sense, DPS wise. So in terms of the things Julia was saying, she was giving information, but she wasn't giving a lot of information. It's like they've been told before the stream, you cannot tell them about this, you cannot tell them about that, you cannot tell them about this, so they were just talking gibberish in order to make the stream last 1 hour. But as I said, we have classes that are not in a good place, I guess. The Barbarian struggles with AoE, and then it's really good on a single target, but the Barbarians don't necessarily like that. You got the Anarchist and the Wizard that seems to keep up, but the Thaumaturge just doesn't, so I'm guessing they're going to be focusing on that. And then I don't know what they're focusing on the Pally. It was one of them that they are going to fix, but I don't know what they are actually going to fix. However, the Wizard will be the next class. But in what way? It'll be reducing cooldowns. That's all they said. Amongst a lot of other nonsense, they did specifically say cooldowns on the Thaumaturge will be reduced. And you guys are going to have to let me know if that's a good change or a bad change. However, that change will not be coming till about mod 24. Again, they are only doing one class per mod, and I can't see them changing much with the classes anyway. They seem really lazy right now. They seem like they're so out of touch with the community. The stream was just to make it appear as if they are actually listening to us. I praised them not long ago because they are giving free rewards on the 23rd of June. And I praised them for showing a little bit of gratitude and appreciation for those who have stuck with the game through all the terrible shit that they've done, really, with the ban waves and the lack of content and all that good stuff. That was sarcasm, by the way. But yeah, let me know what you think. Did you watch the stream? You didn't miss much if you did, and you probably wasted an hour of your life. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Who's Ravenloft in the background? People were so afraid of this dungeon. It's still not being fixed, but it is what it is. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new and you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.